Hello friends and Ascender teacher. Today we will discuss the series, games and movies. I am Eren.
I am Jem.
I am Mertali.
Let's start. I think Stardew Valley is the best indie game in the world. Stardew Valley has a peaceful environment in town. It fascinates us with its characters and items. During you play the game, you will communicate with other villagers. That will influence your relations. In other words, you can make friends in Stardew and even a family. And you will see a lot of holidays where you can engage in social life. You can play this game with your friends. Thank you.
The game is nice, but it has a pixel graphic. I don't like pixel graphics game. And the game repeats itself when the story is over. So I think the game gets boring. Also, playing without friends can make the game more boring and the game requires a lot of knowledge. So I don't like Stardew Valley.
Is there any different spots in co-op and single game storyline?
No, it isn't. There is no difference between the co-op and the single game in terms of story.
Can you go out of the village?
No, you can go out of the village, but you can go desert in village.
I can easily say Portal 2 is the best puzzle game with a great story. In Portal 2, you are the girl who is a subject for AI. The AI gives you a portal gun, but this gun doesn't work with bullets. It works with blue and orange portal, and it throws you through the test rooms. There are cameras in test rooms, and AI can watch you every single move. One day you see a core and he wants to help you to run away from the test rooms. Believe me, this story is better than 80% Hollywood films. Plus, Portal 2 have a co-op game mode that you can play with your friends. But co-op games have different storyline.
Our differences behind us. For science, humans.
Although the game has a beautiful story, the challenging puzzle sections both make the story forget and make the game boring. I think it is difficult to pass the game. It should give clues in puzzles because the game is very difficult. There is nothing different in the game except puzzles, so I don't like Portal 2.
Jam, I have some questions for you. Metal thinks Portal Games is difficult. Do you think Portal Games is difficult?
No, I don't think, because game is change in every part.
Why are you being tested?
Because AI is addicted for the tests.
Thank you.
My favorite game is The Last of Us. This game allows watching movies with storytelling. Mechanics and gameplay are good. The story, Joel, who does bad deeds in business, but has a girl in his home life. Joel tries to flee the city on her birthday due to the epidemic. This epidemic is a zombie epidemic. However, while on the run, his daughter is killed. After 5 years, he starts his dirty work again. But one of this job changed his whole life.
It can't be any worse than in here. Can it?
The Last of Us was a great game, but The Last of Us 2 is a huge disappointment. It's a technical masterpiece, but the story it tries to tell us is full of political messages. Writer of the game really tries to impose his thoughts on sensitive topics like racism, which is not really nice. We are trying to play a game, not to listen a guy's political opinions. Even if we ignore these things, the story is still not very well written.
Mertali, what was the job change Joel's life?
Uh, a girl with an inflection against the pandemic.
How Joel's daughter died.
Uh, killed by a soldier.
Hell. Okay, we just need... Shit.
İçeride is one of the best TV series I have watched. I think İçeride is better than other Turkish TV series. It makes people happy with actors and story. The most important character is Celal Father. Çetin Tekindor plays the role very well. Celal Father's special word is evlat. İçeride tells the story of two missing brothers. Finally, I think İçeride was quite successful in Turkey. Thank you.
Even though the series is good, I think there are too many logic mistakes, especially on the police side. Sometimes the audience getting bored because the event is in the series are keeping too long. Mafias are shown to be superior. I think war skins are so bad.
Why is the brothers aren't grow together? I mean, why they aren't live together when they are in childhood?
Because they play the game. One man comes and kidnaps the other brother. They cannot see each other for a long time.
You say people love actors, but you only tell us who is Celal Baba. Can you tell us who is the other actors?
Çağatay Ulusoy, Aras Bulut İynemli, Çetin Tekindor, Uğur Yücel, Mustafa Uğurlu, Ben Soral. That's all.
Vikings is a series about the life of Ragnar Lodbrok. Ragnar is one of the most popular Viking. Ragnar was a farmer in the beginning, and he has a warrior brother. Ragnar Lodbrok has two wives, Lagertha and Aslog. Lagertha is Ragnar's first wife, and they have two children, Bjorn and I don't remember the girl name because she dies in 12. Aslog and Ragnar have maybe 4 kids, I don't remember. Bjorn going to be more successful than Ragnar. Aslog, last son Ivar, is born without a leg, but he became a warrior anyway and built his own army. After Ragnar Lodbrok dead, Bjorn and Ivar were fought.
We also want to know where we'll be raiding this summer.
We will raid east again.
But there is an alternative.
I think Vikings is a bad series. I don't like the Vikings topic. It doesn't match the actual Viking history. So I don't like Vikings. Vikings is absurd as story. War scenes are boring. The public has been shown to be good, but they have not good. They show the Vikings as very strong, but in my opinion, the English and French soldiers are stronger than Viking soldiers. I don't like the Viking types very much. They couldn't do it well.
I have some questions. How Ragnar became king when he was a farmer?
Ragnar becomes a famous warrior, then becomes the earl, then kills the king and becomes king.
What happened to Ragnar's brother in the story?
When they went Paris, Rollo fell in love with the princess and he decided to stay with her.
My favorite series is The Lost. After a plane crash, everyone on the plane lost their memory and tried to survive on the island. People who realized that different events were happening on this island, as they progressed realized that there were mysterious things happening on the island. There are too many characters in the series. My favorite character is Sovir. Herself is constantly experiencing different situations in the series, and this makes her an important character.
No one's coming for us.
This place is different. We all know it. We all feel it.
It's been 6 days. We're all still waiting.
What was the mystery they found on the island?
The mystery is a laboratory in the island.
Why was the memory of survivors erased?
Because there was an explosion on the island that erased their memory.
What is the dangerous thing in island?
A soul, it is a bad soul.
Madagascar is a great movie for kids. Actually, Madagascar makes happy everyone, I think. Our story takes place in New York Central Park Zoo. Marty is 10 years old, but he is not in a good mood. Everyday sports, while running on his treadmill, he dreams of natural land drawn on the wall. Suddenly, penguins come out from under the ground. The penguins are planning to escape. Marty learns this and gets on the gas. He makes his wish at his birthday party tonight, but nobody is happy with the idea. Our story starts here. Marty escapes from the zoo one night, and the entire team, taking advantage of this, follows him in different ways. They are all caught and put on a ship and sent from the zoo to their natural habitat, but penguins are the only ones to notice. The story continues after that, but I don't have time to tell. Thank you.
A movie with excellent story, friendship and fun in Madagascar. The difficulties experienced by the characters are conveyed to you in an entertaining way. My favorite character is Martin. Martin is a zebra. Martin is a very funny character and Alex is best friend in the movie too. Madagascar is fun cartoon.
I can easily say Madagascar is my favorite cartoon. When I am child, I remember I was nearly fall in love with penguins. I love them too much, and I act like them. I watched Madagascar Penguins like 5 days ago, and I still love it and love in Madagascar Penguins. John Wick is one of the best action movies in my opinion. Keanu Reeves play as a John Wick, and I love Keanu too much. He's my favorite actor. John Wick's wife dies in the beginning of the story, and John Wick was a cold-blooded serial killer in USA. His wife gave him to a dog before she dies, and John Wick takes dog after his wife dead. After his wife dead, he only have a car and dog. 1 week after his wife funeral, a thief come into John Wick house, kill his dog and steal his car. He's going after burglar for the revenge.
John Wick looks like a good movie, but I don't like it. I don't like Keanu Reeves. It's ridiculous that so many people killed because the dog died. I heard disturbing sounds after a certain period of time. Enemies don't shoot at close range. They aren't very good shooters. That's why I didn't like the show very much.
Okay, why John Wick stopped being a serial killer?
Because his wife begged him to stop killing people.
Does he have any friends who help him?
Yes, John Wick have a friend, and he is a serial killer too.
The Lord of the Rings series made us watch great skins with their battles. Lord of the Rings, it aroused everyone curiosity with its character and story. When the story, which started as a journey story and ended with the war against evil. Combined with this universe created by Tolkien, two very beautiful films came out. These movies are linked and keep the story going. If I try to tell the story here, it will take too long, so I will explain the story of the movie briefly. It is desired by a ring owner with a lot of power, but a community that know what will happen when this rings falls into bad hands. Sets out to destroy this ring, and the film tells about the events and difference that take place. Orayı bir daha söyleyeceğim. And differences okay, and differences that to take place on this path. Tolkien adapted this series from books.
Come to me.
Who owns the ring?
The owner of the ring is the Lord Sauron.
Would you recommend this movie series for kids?
No, there are too many war skins in it.
Which community are wants to destroy the rings?
A community of all races.
Who is in this community?
An elf, a dwarf, a sorcerer, 2 warriors, and 4 hobbits.
Thanks for listening to us. Goodbye.
See you later.
Thank you, goodbye.